The scientists were trying to speed up animal evolution, so they put a turtle inside an experimental chamber. As the serum flooded the system, the turtle grew rapidly and started developing human-like traits. The scientists were thrilled, but I had a bad feeling about it from the start. Their excitement didn't last long. The turtle suddenly turned violent and showed serious genetic defects. For a perfectionist like the lead scientist, that was an unacceptable failure, and he immediately ordered the turtle to be destroyed. Before that could happen, I figured out what had gone wrong and brought it to my mentor. During the evolution process, the turtle's violent genes hadn't been fully stripped out. Based on what I found, the scientist upgraded the equipment and ran test after test until they finally had a real breakthrough. Even he couldn't explain why my perception was so far beyond anything he'd seen before. But thanks to what I was able to sense and guide, the evolved creatures came out calm and gentle. That success convinced the scientist he could finally build the perfect utopian world he'd always dreamed of. When I found out I'd be entering that new world too, I was overjoyed. Then he dropped the mask and showed his true colors. Subjects like me were never meant to set foot in paradise. Prep it for surgery and removal in the morning. The second I realized what was coming, I got to work. I quietly gathered parts from inside my cell and pieced together an access card. My plan was to get out of there with the others by the next day. I opened every cage I could find and set the animals free. But before we could even catch our breath, Jess showed up with a gun and forced me back into captivity. Then I watched my friends die one by one. Grief and rage took over completely. They were screaming at me to run, but I couldn't leave them. I fought back until the armed guards swarmed in. During the struggle I got hold of a weapon, and I killed one of the guards. When the gunfire stopped, everyone I cared about was gone. I swallowed the pain and ran through the flames, boarded a spacecraft, fired up the engines, and got the hell out of there into open space. Years later, I came back to the place where it all started. The experiments had never stopped. Countless creatures were still locked up inside. I found an access card, went from cage to cage, and freed every terrified animal I could find. That's when my old mentor showed his face again, dead set on dragging me back into that nightmare. But I wasn't the same lost, helpless creature I used to be, and the man who had caused so much suffering was finally going to answer for everything he'd done.